So guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my experience with this detachable gimbal made by Vwalker. This works with any smartphone from like 4.5 to 6.5 inches. So if you have a Galaxy S7, if you have iPhone 7 Plus, anything in between should work perfectly fine. The unique feature with this thing though is that you can detach it. They show a very basic setup, but I'm going to show you something that can be even bigger of a game changer. This gimbal is $199.99. If you get this, pair it with something like an iPhone 7 Plus, you can make some killer YouTube footage with just like a smartphone and a good tripod. So let me show you the product itself. No one wants to see the box. They recommend that you basically keep it in a normal setup first and then turn it on because you don't want to put too much strain on the motor. So here it's on right now. So this is what it looks like when it's on. You can see just based on the movements, it's like very steady. And there's a button right here. Not sure if you can see it. If you tap it a certain amount of times, you get different settings. So like right now, it's on the default setting. So if you do this left button, it goes side to side, which in my opinion, why would you want to do that? So what I do, my favorite setting is tapping it 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So after you press it 3 times, this is like the typical YouTuber panning shot. You could get some really cool pans on some products like this. And if you do the up and down button, you can do this as well. And you can also press like say up and to the right at the same time. So you can get multiple movements at the same time. So it's pretty cool. So if you double tap it, it's more of like a better handheld mode for me. Because if you're doing handheld mode, why would you want to do it, side to side? You can just turn it. But yeah, if you just use this, stay way back here, then you can get some really good shots. So I mean, you may look a little crazy vlogging like this, but no different if you had a DSLR or something like that. So this is a pretty cool, like basic vlogging setup, and with the addition of the gimbal, you're going to get really smooth shots. Okay, and there actually is like a surprise up its sleeve. I'm going to turn this off. You see when you turn it off, it just goes dead. All you got to do is just unscrew this part, attach it to here, and now you have this cool little thing you can put on a tripod. So we have a tripod here, and then all you do for power, you just connect this part to the base. So now you have this base that you had before on your basically handheld gimbal. Now it's connected to this. Okay, so now you have the gimbal on the tripod. So here is the controller right here. If you press the button to the side, like it moves side to side. Like I said, you don't want to do that mode. It's stupid for the tripod. So you want to double tap this 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And now once you do that, side to side, now is this cool panning motion. And like I said, you can combine side to side with down. So you can get some crazy shots. So I can do up and right. And don't forget that you can be really crafty. If you have a smooth hand, you could basically combine the tripod, like say if you do this, you could combine the tripod with the gimbal, so you could get some crazy stuff. Of course, it would take a lot of practice. So basically, if you could combine the gimbal movement with a good tripod, if you have a steady hand and a good eye, you could make some really killer shots that could previously only be accomplished in the past with a slider and a fluid head. Now just get like a cheap tripod and this gimbal, some good lighting, and you can make some pretty cinematic, crazy shots with just a gimbal and a smartphone. Pretty crazy how technology is making things easier to use, making things cheaper, to make better products in a way. And one thing to keep in mind, may just be me, but I noticed when the battery level went down, the gimbal wasn't as sturdy. So make sure you're fully charged and you'll have a good time. And this is definitely a lot easier to use than like a DSLR handheld with a Gorilla Pod. I'm very weak though, so my arms still do hurt, but I think this would be a great alternative for vlogging. You have that really professional look of the gimbal, and then smartphones these days, especially the rear-facing cameras, are really good. If you could plug in like an external microphone, you'd be even better. Running like really obnoxiously will tell me how good the gimbal is, and then you can see the quality. And I had flip-flops on, so my running isn't going to be as graceful. But let's do like a lap around the house and see. So let's go. I swear to God, if any of my neighbors are seeing me, they're gonna think I'm crazy. I'm out of shape. It's moving too far. Anyway, guys, if you are interested in this gimbal, I'll put a link in the description below. You can get it on Amazon. It's only $199.99. Pretty good price considering that DJI makes a gimbal that's like $300. You can get the GoPro gimbal for $300. This is just no frills, basic gimbal. It should work really good for you. And as you can see with all these tests I've done, it works really well. I'm very happy with it. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.